Howdy, folks. Welcome to Wellness Wednesday. And I start off with my throat being kind of. So, one of the things that I wanted to talk about on Wednesdays was wellness. And wellness has a lot of things that'll go into it, and we'll be talking about things. It's kind of a broad topic if you think about it. We'll be talking about mental wellness. We'll be talking about physical wellness. We'll be talking about environmental wellness. There are a lot of different aspects of wellness to go into. But today, specifically, what I wanted to go into was talking about ways to strengthen your immune system. Because when it gets down to it, physical wellness starts with your immune system in a lot of ways. And there's a number of things that go into this. It's actually something I could probably spread out over 3 or 4 weeks, and I may go more into depth in some of these things down the road. But in general, I kind of wanted to hit the high points on it and kind of get some of the reasoning behind it. As yesterday, I just like got to get my lunch in. And this actually goes into part of it. You need to eat right. You need to make sure that you're getting the right kinds of fuel and nutrition, and that you're also getting some of the things that you don't necessarily get from what you regularly eat. Which is one of the reasons I love my GC Control and FiberWise, because it helps me manage my blood sugar levels. Which is definitely key to eating right when you're a diabetic. Having fiber is essential for maintaining a healthy digestive system. Plus, it also helps maintain blood sugar. A lot of people don't know this. Proper amount of fiber in your diet is essential to maintaining your blood sugar. So if you are somebody who is dealing with diabetes, like I am, make sure that you're getting the proper amount of fiber in your diet. It will make a huge difference. Gotta love it, because I mix the chocolate with the orange flavor, and I get that Tootsie Roll, so it's really pretty good. So, eating right is one of the big things that you need to work on. But you also need to focus on microbiome health. Now, microbiome health is the aspect of your gut health specifically in your lower digestive system, in your small intestines, in your large intestines. And believe it or not, that is actually a huge part of what helps defend your body and build up a healthy immune system. So if you're not getting the right kind of microbiotics and that kind of thing, and probiotics, that definitely is something that can affect your immune system. It's also important to stock up on essential minerals. Let's face it, most of us have trouble eating, completely balanced meals. A lot of the nutritional value that used to be found solely from eating foods isn't there anymore, or isn't there in the levels they were. And so it's important that you supplement those essential minerals. And what was I thinking? And that includes getting a good multivitamin. And it also is important to make sure that you're getting minerals and stuff that can be absorbed by your body, because not all mineral supplements are the same. Stuff that you get from plants and food is actually more readily absorbed in your body than just chewing on a rock. So how you get your minerals is important too. Another thing that's really important is fighting off free radicals. Now, what the heck is a free radical? A lot of people ask me this. So, let me read this so I can want to make sure I get this right. Free radicals are basically um, um, cells that have been changed by some kind of molecular process. And what they do, though, is that they can be damaging to the rest of the cells around them because they're not behaving correctly. Um, and this is if I'm understanding it right, because you got to remember I sometimes get things a little twisted in my head. But the important thing is, though, is that managing inflammation and fighting off free radicals helps your body to run on an even keel. If you've got a lot of inflammation problems, it's going to cause different kinds of health issues, and it's also damaging to your immune system. Another thing that is really key, though, with the essential minerals and stuff is making sure that you get plenty of vitamin D. Now, your skin will make that from sunlight. So getting outside and getting exposed to some sunlight is important on that. Excuse me. So making sure that you get the vitamin D. Now, most of us work inside. Most of us spend a lot of time inside. Some of us, like me, are a bit of a hermit these days and don't spend enough time outside. So having a good vitamin D supplement is really, really important. And again, you want to make sure that you're getting something that is going to be readily absorbed by your body. Another aspect of strengthening your immune system is getting moving, being physically active. Your body works better when it is moving. Going for a walk, even just a short 10 to 15, 20-minute walk every day can have a huge impact on your body because it gets things moving. Your body was designed to be in motion, not as sedentary as a lot of people are these days. Another important aspect for your immune system is making sure that you're getting enough sleep. Your body requires rest, and these periods of rest to recharge and get things I have problems where I have words, but I can't get them to come out. If you're not getting enough sleep, you're going to have a lot of emotional issues, but you're also going to feel a lot of run-down issues. And those run-down feelings is part of your body telling you, hey, we're not operating the way we should. And tying into that is also managing your stress. Stress by itself is one of the largest health issues in the world today. Dealing with stress impacts the immune system, it impacts the cardiovascular system, it impacts your mental health. So managing stress is almost one of the most important things that we can be doing to try to make sure that we are living our best selves. Now, I know in a lot of ways it's easier said than done because, let's face it, look at the world today. Politics, that can stress you out. Finances, that can stress you out. Work, that can stress you out. I mean, so it's not like you're going to find yourself stress-free. But the important thing is to manage that stress and to find ways to reduce it and healthy ways to deal with it. Another aspect of improving and strengthening your immune system is actually oral health. Brushing your teeth and using a good oral rinse is very important because, let's face it, what's one of the ways that all this kind of stuff is entering our bodies? Through our mouth. So if you're not maintaining good oral hygiene, that's actually one of the things that is breaking down your immune system and your body's defenses. So brush your teeth. So I'm going to be the first to admit I'm not always as good about it as I should be, but it is definitely one of those things that will improve, help strengthen your immune system. Another thing, and we've been all hearing about this with all the stuff with coronavirus and everything else, but what is one of the primary things we use to interact with the world? Our hands. So, washing your hands, making sure that you keep your hands clean, and disinfecting, like using hand sanitizers and stuff. That's very, very, very important. But in conjunction with that, we need to keep our skin healthy. So it's important while you're washing your hands that you're also doing it with something that is going to help with your skin conditioning. You don't want to use stuff that is so harsh all the time. I'm not saying that you don't ever need to use something that's really strong. It can be kind of harsh on the skin, depending upon what your job is. You might be necessary. But the thing is that if you don't take care of your skin, it's the largest single organ on your body, and it is the primary barrier to everything that is trying to get into your body and cause problems. So, keeping your skin healthy is really important. And, that comes down to, being properly washed, properly moisturized, and taken care of. So if you've got dry skin, then by all means, use a good lotion. Use something that will moisturize that skin to help build up the skin's healthy defenses. Use a hand soap that is got conditioners in it that will also help your as you're washing your hands all the time, will help keep them from getting all dried out and kind of messed up. And with that also, when you're pay attention to what you're washing yourself with. Things you need to make sure that you're using something that isn't overly harsh, and you want to. It's also a good idea to make sure that it's something that's going to be environmentally friendly as well. Another important thing that you need to do is to disinfect surfaces. Like we said, we're interacting with things all the time. So I have a dog that has decided he wants to try to climb out the window. Got the window open because it's nice weather outside, and he's trying to figure out if he can get out there. So where was I talking? Disinfecting surfaces. Yes. One of the important things is that through everything. If you're cooking in the kitchen, doesn't matter. You need to disinfect the surfaces that you're dealing with, because food, your hands, other things will get in contact with it, and it'll lead to things that could get in to causing you problems for your immune system. So keeping a healthy environment around you is very important too. And if you've got kids that go to school, and they're basically walking around in a petri dish, and they're little plague carriers, because they're not always washing their hands and doing everything like they're supposed to as well. So doorknobs, the rails on stairs, different things that everybody handles all the time. It's a great idea to disinfect that, those kind of surfaces. Now, here's another thing about that, though. Be careful what you're disinfecting with. You want to make sure that it's effective, but you also want to make sure that it's not something that is chemically harsh. If you're using, lots of bleach and ammonia and, those piney kind of normal cleaners that a lot of people are familiar with, they do the job. The problem is that the fumes and the stuff that the fumes and stuff that come off of it can be very detrimental to your health as well. In fact, exposure to that over time can be as devastating as being a heavy smoker. There's actually been studies that showed that using those kind of cleaning stuff once a week can have the same impact as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day over a period of like 10 to 15, 20 years. So while you're making sure that you're using things to disinfect, make sure that they're effective, make sure it's something that's actually going to do the job, but also make sure that you're not causing yourself lung damage and other kinds of things from these things. So if you're using if you're using these kind of cleaners, one of the most important things you can do is to make sure that you have a good air circulation going on and that kind of stuff. You know, if you can't find something that is going to work for you, that isn't going to have those kind of harsh chemicals and everything else, and I'm telling you, I do know that there are products like that out there. And even ones that don't have all that harshness to it and are still effective against coronavirus. But you want to make sure that you are getting good ventilation in there. And then the other thing is simply to reduce exposure. So what that means is that if you are somebody who has got multiple health issues and you're more likely to contract a virus or something like that, stay away from areas where you know that it's a good possibility that you could. If you have to go to those areas, wear a mask. Maintain social distancing. And this isn't just because of coronavirus. This is good advice for during flu season in general. So limit those kind of exposures. Spend your time in group gatherings that are outdoors as much as you can. So those are, kind of things that, really will help you with your immune system. And I say I went a little longer than I had planned on it, but now that I'm looking at my list of things that I wanted to cover, 15 things, yeah, it's going to take a few minutes. But, the biggest thing, though, is that there are a number of things that go into maintaining and strengthening your immune system. It's not just getting your vitamins. That's a part of it. Eating right is a part of it. Being healthy and moving, maintaining a healthy weight, getting enough sleep. All of these things combined together, they're each like little pieces of this big solution, this big puzzle solution. So if you need any, if you got any questions on how to do some of these things, send me a message, drop me a comment, ask your question. I'll send you a message. If it's something that a number of people are asking about, we'll have a further discussion on the topic. I've got this, again, like I said yesterday, I don't know how to drop graphics on this yet. I haven't figured out how to add graphics while I'm going Facebook Live. I know how to do all this stuff if I was doing something that I was going to post later. I don't know how to do it on live yet. So I've got this graphic that I'm going to drop into the comments down here. It's titled Ways to Strengthen Your Immune System. It lists all the things that I've talked about. And if you've got questions on ways to implement some of these things, send me a message. I'd love to help you out. One of the things that I found is that working on my wellness and helping share that with other people, the tactics and techniques that I have found, the TTPs, the tactic, techniques, and procedures. More on that tomorrow on Thursday. Helping share what I've figured out and things that I've learned. It's good for my mental health. It brings a sense of fulfillment. Helping others achieve their goals is things that I really find that I like helping people do. So I'm going to drop this graphic, looping my brain around. I'm going to be dropping this graphic in the comments. So if you guys feel free to download it, feel free to share it. If you've got questions on what I use for any of these, send me a message, drop a comment, let me know. I'm happy to help you all out. And, that is kind of today's topic. I will probably be going into some more of these things in depth, different aspects of them in the future. But Wednesdays is going to be all about wellness. So this is the first Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday. So y'all take care. And Oh, I got comments popping up. I didn't even see it. I'm still new to doing this stuff. Hey, Miguel. You got sick from eating tacos. I don't smoke cigarettes anymore. 6 feet. Yes, absolutely. 6 feet by 6 feet. Okay, I got to figure out how to arrange my desktop here where I can see these comments as they're coming in easier. Sorry about not catching that faster there, Miguel. Glad to see you watching. I'm doing pretty good, brother. How you been doing? And got my window scrolling around like crazy. So that's pretty much kind of what I wanted to cover today. Again, I will be dropping that graphic into the comments when I am done with this. And in the meantime, I want you all to keep in mind, the healthier that you can be, the easier a lot of things in your life are going to go. So wellness factors into so many things. And your immune system is like one of the key aspects to having that physical wellness. So until tomorrow, where we'll be talking about different aspects of leadership on Thor's Day. Until tomorrow, or until next time, peace, love, and photography. And remember, everything can make a beautiful image, including you. Have a great day.